The sneak peeks have begun. The Clash of Clans update is just around the corner, and let's tell you everything you need to know for sneak peek number 1. Welcome back to the channel then, guys. I'm your host, Judo Sloth. I am super excited to bring you the sneak peeks. The update is nearly here, and if you want to see all of these sneak peeks alongside my educational but entertaining Clash of Clans videos, I would recommend subscribing and also turning on the notification bell. Remember, you can help to support your favorite content creator in-game before making any purchases. My code is Judo, and it is much appreciated, my friends. We received word today from the Clash of Clans team that the sneak peeks are here. Greetings, all of you awesome autumn clashers. The Clash Autumn 2020 update sneak peeks are officially underway. For today's preview of the Autumn 2020 update, we will be sharing some balance changes that will be implemented once the update is live. We've got some pretty good discounts for Dark Elixir troops, along with balancing of various units. Check out the details below. Let's go through them with you. A short and sweet video today, but some pretty nice adjustments to the game. First, let's discuss the main adjustments to the troops. As part of an ongoing and endless pursuit to make Clash of Clans the best battle game ever, I would argue it already is, we are continually analysing game balance to ensure the game remains fair yet challenging. In this update, we are introducing a few rounds of balancing to troops and defences. And first off, we have the wall breakers. This is actually pretty cool, and I do plan on bringing you a troop AI video in the near future, so be sure to subscribe for that. But wall breakers are now able to use jump spells. That's pretty awesome. So you can jump wall breakers deeper into the base. I'm sure that super wall breakers will use the same mechanic, so this could get really interesting for high level play. Wallbreaker AI has been improved for greater target consistency and reduces the chance of them attacking different wall segments when deployed. This is basically when you deploy in what appears to be the same tile, and yet they go to a different area. Pretty awesome. Now this is amazing. Some attack damage has been shifted to the wallbreaker's def damage to make them more predictable and viable. Assuming maxed laboratory level for your respected town hall level, one raged wallbreaker will destroy a wall. 2 wall breakers will destroy up to a level 9 wall, Town Hall 9 and below. 3 wall breakers will destroy a level 10 plus wall, Town Hall 9 and up. 6 wall breakers can destroy a level 10 wall, Town Hall 9 and up, if they die in the proximity. Now, the one raged wall breaker is certainly what I think is pretty special from here. It is the same as the super wall breaker. It offers the same consistency, but honestly, one raged wall breaker to bust a wall is pretty awesome. Let me know what you think. Please refer to the table below for the updated wall breaker damage stats. Note all damage versus walls have a 40 times damage multiplier, as they always did with the wall breakers. So there is the list. You can check it for yourself. I don't necessarily need to go through it, but the death damage I think is going to be interesting, and it might mean that the wall breakers are a lot more viable for a lot more players now. A few other adjustments that are coming to troops and defenses. Firstly, we have the Inferno Dragon. The Inferno Dragon's beam will no longer heat up while flying. However, the charge up time for higher damage levels has been reduced. So I think this is how it should have been anyway. The beam won't charge as the Inferno Dragon is moving to the defense. It will charge up once it is actually attacking it. Next up, we have the Siege Barracks, and I really enjoy the wording on this one. To give wizards a little bit of breathing room and comply with international clash labor laws, the level 4 Siege Barracks wizards have been reduced from 12, which it is currently, to 11. So one less wizard with your attack will not have a major difference, but the Siege Barracks is one of the most popular sieges, so just balancing it a little bit. Next up, we have a slight AI change change for the Electro Dragon, which is pretty cool. I actually taught you how to use the mass E-Drag army in my previous video, gaining millions of loot. I will link that video at the end of this one if you're interested. And by the way, if you do want to chat any of these changes with me, you can always drop by my live streams on Twitch. The link for that is in the description. But what exactly will the change be for the E-Drag? It says the Electro Dragon's Chain Lightning will now prefer targets with the highest hit points if multiple targets are equidistant. That is basically if they are the same distance apart. Previously, it wasn't random where the chain would go, but it wasn't exactly consistent. Whereas now, if you see buildings that are equal distant apart, let's say the storage and the cannon, you know that the chain will go to the highest HP building in that of the storage, so it just means it's a little bit more predictable when you're planning your attacks. A very little change to the Super Archer, but she will no longer miss targets within 0.1 tiles of her. So a little change, but welcomed for Super Archer users. If you do want to learn how to use any of the Super Troops, you can always check out my Super Troops Explained video. For all of my videos, I put relevant videos that you may be interested in the video description. Quite a broad adjustment here before we discuss the defensive changes, but there will be improved AI for all flying units by not forcing them to retarget when a hidden Tesla appears, when their current target is better. Now, I'm not exactly sure what it means by better. I would have thought they wouldn't retarget, they would stay on their current target. But maybe this has to be a defense, maybe it has to be a stronger defense than the Tesla, but this could be very subjective. I think it's very situational based on the attack itself, and it's something we will have to see how it pans out once the update's live. Adjustments to defenses now. The first balance change is for the air defense, and specifically the level 8 air defense, which is obviously the maxed for Town Hall 10. The hit points have been increased by 10 HP, making them more resistant to lightning spell strikes. Now, whilst I haven't tested this out, presumably it will take one extra lightning spell to take out an air defense, meaning that the Zap Dragons and Zap Lalo attacks, which have been overpowering Town Hall 10, should now be a little bit more in balance. Actually, that was the only building that is getting balanced. Obviously, they feel things are relatively balanced across the game, but we will be getting an adjustment to the skeleton spell. Now, the number of skeletons spawned at each level has been increased by 1 skeleton. So for level 7, we get 17 skeletons. That means now for Town Hall 13, we will have 18 skeletons. I do think this is a welcome change. It's not necessarily the most used spell, but it is something that can be helpful in a variety of situations, taking out the Queen, distracting a single Inferno, testing for Tesla in an area of the base, so it's definitely something which is welcomed from me. Now we have the most welcomed change for me, which is upgrade cost and time reductions for the Dark Elixir troops. Now I will be showing you the adjusted costs and times, but the reason this is so important for me is because I did a video for you recently on how to upgrade your heroes fast. And for me, when I'm grinding my King and Queen on my lower accounts, the Dark Elixir troops in the lab are always on the back burner. Now, I always get asked, will they ever give us a second lab so we can upgrade spells and troops separately? I don't think they would ever do this because real estate on the base is so important, so they would always only have one lab. But what we do know from the Clash team is they want to make sure that the game always takes the same amount of time from starting fresh to the max level. They will add more Town Hall levels. The team have said as long as we are playing the game, they will add Town Hall 14, 15, continue to expand, but it should still take the same amount of time from starting to maxed. So let's show you the different adjustments. I'm not going to go through them all. I have them flashing on the screen here. Firstly for the minion, then for the Hog Rider. We also have the reductions for the Valkyrie, for the Golem. We don't have reductions for all DE troops, but we have them for the Witch, for the Lava Hound, And finally, we have the reductions for the bowlers. The ice golems and the headhunters, they obviously feel for the higher levels it is not quite necessary yet. But for sneak peek number 1, that is what we have. Let me know what you think. Be sure to subscribe for more sneak peeks. And if you do want to see how to use the E-Drags and millions of loot in just a couple of attacks, be sure to check out my video right here. And until next time, guys, you take care. I will see you in the next video.